What's up, everyone? How are we doing? Oh my gosh. I am here with you on a lovely edition of the Miss Lee Experience, and I am uber hyped to be here in my curly fro situation that I got going on. It is Women's History Month, and I'm a woman, and it's only befitting that I kick off the month of March with a show that is focused all about women. Okay, so fellas, I want you guys to give and love and show your appreciation for women throughout this whole show tonight. We are everything. Okay. I mean, there are times where I'm like, I don't know if I am happy to be a woman, but I'm happy to be a woman. And I'm just thankful I'm not a man. Okay. So I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking all about being a woman, being a boss. Okay. Because we are in that, right? We have a boss in the White House, which is uber amazing. You know what I'm saying? We have so much strength, and we've come through so much adversity as women. And I speak just from a Black woman, right? So I have the Black situation and the woman situation, right? So I got two situations kind of holding me back. But guess what? I am persevering, and I am moving forward in this journey that we call life. So tonight's topic is I am a woman, and yes, I am the boss. So on the Miss Lee Experience Facebook group, I have posted so many women type posts. I posted a lovely video of Regina King giving and showing love to Miss Audra Day. Okay, so I'm gonna just say this just to start the show. I think this is just befitting to start the show talking about Miss Audra Day. Okay, she played the role, embodied the role of the late, the great, the iconic, the complex. Yeah, she's very complex. The soulful, the courageous, the Black icon that she is, Miss Billie Holiday, Miss Lady Day, she played that role. If y'all ain't got Hulu, get somebody Hulu login, watch Miss Audra Day and show some love. It was an amazing movie. And it was just awesome to see that post on Access Hollywood of Regina King giving love to Miss Audra Day. And that's what being a woman is all about, is showing love and support to each other, especially women of color. It's been a situation that I know I've experienced, where Black women don't hold each other up. We always hold each other back from opportunities. We hate on each other. We don't uplift. Everything's a critique. Everything is a competition between a woman and a woman, and I can't be the only chocolate girl, and I can't, I got to compete against this, and the colorism. I mean, there's so many elements of womanhood, and I think it's important that we embrace it. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just hyped tonight, and I'm hyped not only because it's Women's History Month, but I'm hyped because, I got a woman that's gonna hang out with me tonight, y'all. This woman I've known. I'm like doing the math. I feel like at least 12, 13, 14 years. I don't know. We young, so maybe we was teenagers, okay? We was teenagers in this game, okay? And this woman, I feel like she is not only a woman of strength, encouragement, creativity. She uses her voice in a male-dominated world. She's a writer. She is a producer. She is an on-air personality. Okay, she's been in the radio game for a minute. She's just like everything. And I don't know if you've never met her, I'm sorry, because your life is about to change tonight. And I just want you to understand what's about to go down. And if you ain't ready, get your wine, sit back and enjoy this conversation, because we about to talk about what it's like being a woman, being a boss in 2021. So I'm just hyped. I'm just ready, and I'm just hyped, and I hope you guys are ready and hyped too. And before we get into the intro and all of that, I gave you a pre-intro, but I'm gonna bring it on in a second. Make sure you share the Miss Lee Facebook group so that anyone who is tuned in can watch. Also, follow and subscribe to me on YouTube, which is on the Miss Lee YouTube page. Coming soon, Miss Lee After Dark. Okay? It's going down after dark. This is stuff I can't talk about on Facebook because y'all out here spying and stuff, and we got to have some separate audience situations. So that is coming soon. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share the group. This is the only way that you're going to be able to experience the Miss Experience show as a whole. So many important topics are coming. Currently working on the Black Boy to Prison pipeline. It's an upcoming topic that I'm going to talk about. Education, just so many things that we need to talk about in my community that I feel that the world needs to be exposed to. So, oh yes, and I'm going to just put this out there. Yes, you can't wait because I can't wait either. Because Miss Lee After Dark gonna be spicy. Let me get my water because it's gonna be a little spicy. And yes, I'm that girl. I drink Evian. Don't judge my life. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, my girl is here. My girl is ready. My girl is locked and loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Monica Mo. She's Mo. I know her as Mo. That's Mo.
Look,
Mo.
Hey, baby.
How are
Thank you for having me. And I really am like overwhelmed with your little introduction. And because we have known each other for a very, very long time. Countless conversations, radio conversation, relationship conversation, friendship conversation. We had it all. So it is so good and great to still see you after everything,
girl.
This moment, you know. But I will say that we're gonna have some fun tonight, and I will say this before we get. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Oh.
I appreciate you.
Oh.
I appreciate you. And I say that because there are people that come in your life, and when people can stay in your life past certain points, you know that. Because if I need something, I know that I can pick up the phone and call you. I don't care what time in the morning, Miss Lee. I gotta, or hey, Mo, I'm gonna let's talk about it. Or oh my God, I just lost my mind. So it's good to have someone, in your corner, a friend. You don't have to talk to them every day. But connect in such a way that it enlightens me for whatever. So no one ever has to say, what's up? Do you know Miss Lee? Yeah, I know. That's my girl. You know what? Because you've been there. You know what I mean? We've shared book experiences together. We've talked about that. And, if it wasn't for you, some of the things that I'm doing now, people don't know. You know what I mean? Like when I came to the ATL, you hooked me up with Tamika Newhouse, and me and Tamika now. You know what I mean? We're doing things together. So it's all about, again, woman empowerment, networking, making sure it's enough for everybody out there to be successful in their own right. You don't have to do what I do. I don't have to do what you do. But at the end of the day, we can be successful together because guess what? We were made to be different, but we were made to be great.
Exactly.
So made to be different, but we were made to be great. And all of the, and we've seen it, all of the women that hate on each other or try to destroy each other.
Let me sip the drink. Let me get the water.
Look. Let me drink on that.
Go ahead and sip, girl.
So I'm just appreciative of those individuals that are in my circle.
Yeah.
You know me, my circle is like, it takes a lot to get close to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, arm's length, I don't know what you up to. You know what I mean?
That's that Jersey. That's that Jersey in you. We like, look, fall back.
I don't know what you up to. Fall back. But because people have different visions of why they want you around. You know me. I'm gonna always be myself. I'm gonna always stress to people. You know what I mean? Happiness is your happy. You know me. I'm always laughing. I'm always excited. I cannot be that person. It's just not, because I feel like tomorrow's not promised. So in
Absolutely.
life, whatever I can do to help somebody, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Whatever advice I can give you that's going to catapult you, that's what I can do.
Yeah.
If I don't know the answer, I can't help you. I'm going to point you to somebody who's going to
Buddy.
be
Mhm.
appreciative of helping you. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I think that, you know what I mean? I'll say this one thing because you know me, I like to throw out
Go
little
ahead,
quotes.
girl. Go ahead, Mo. Mo is on the mic, y'all. Y'all don't know Mo, okay? Cause go ahead.
Never did the world make a queen of a girl who
Mm,
hides in houses and dreams without traveling.
mm,
Meaning, you got to get out there, babe.
mhm,
You have to get out there and find out your niche and
mhm,
behold. You
mhm,
know what I mean? You
mhm,
can't do anything behind a closed door, wishing for a
mm,
dream of waiting. You got to get
mhm.
out there. It's going to
Yes,
be a couple bruises, bumps,
yes,
people gonna knock you down. It's how you get back up, you
yes,
know. And in life, guess what? I had to learn that the hard way. You know me, I'm always trying to help somebody. I bring
yeah,
people on my path, like everything I do. Oh, I can help. You could be a part of it. I've learned I had to stop.
yeah,
Stop. It's
yes.
about you. It ain't
Mhm.
about you and your friends and
Nope.
you know you trying to make everybody else because you know what I found that happens. My dream is not your dream.
Say that. Look at that. Yes, Azor. That's Azor.
My dream is not your dream, right?
Mhm,
So in saying that, if my dream is not your dream, that's where the
mhm,
chaos. You know what I mean?
mhm.
You can't understand the hustle. You
Nope.
can't understand my passion. You
Nope.
can't understand why I do the things I do. So it
Yep.
becomes, you know what I mean?
Yep.
The bad person. It's not your dream.
It's
So I had
not.
to learn. Now I'm in a different space. I move differently. You know what I mean? It's all
Yes.
me.
You
It's
gotta
all me.
glow. You gotta glow. I see the glow.
So it's basically all me.
Yeah.
When I tell people it takes a minute for people to be in that space. Because you
Yeah.
got to be with the stuff you do. Of course, you will have
Mhm.
questions. You need. Guess what? I learned how to be my biggest cheerleader.
Mhm.
I learned how to be my biggest cheerleader. Because at night, when I shut my eyes and I lay down and go to sleep, guess what? I'm waking up. You know what I mean? And I'm cheering myself on. Ain't nobody
Yes.
else cheering over me. You know what I mean? My kids or whatever. Yo, we can make it through the day.
We can make
What
it
can I do
through.
different today? What can I do different today to change? That's
To
all.
change. Absolutely. And that is something I think is needed to hear. Like people need to hear that because as women we are nurturers. It's in our spirit. And if y'all hear my cat, she out here, the bell is going. So if y'all hear Miss Sky, she likes to make her camera time too. Um um but yeah, like it's in our nature to nurture and support and uplift. And then when a woman continues to get beat down or done wrong or taken advantage of, we kind of go into a space that's not always healthy and productive,
Mhm.
but to be able to stand in the truth of no, and this is for me and I need to process, it shows a level of strength. And it's hard to do that. But in that journey that we go through, I think we all get to that point of, you know what? I think I need to do this by myself, or I need to write this down and pray about it real quick and just kind of sit in my Zen corner and figure out how I need to move, So, and throughout all of that, I'm going to just say this, fellas. I'm sorry if y'all listening, y'all gonna be mad at me, but y'all know it's true. Women are the best multitaskers known to man, and we juggle so many hats. And not to say men can't multitask, but y'all just extra with y'all multitasking. I need a woman to help y'all with that. But it's a situation where we balance and we juggle and we have passions and we have responsibilities and we have roles that we play and that we are. And what's important about it is I'm in a women's group at my church and we had an identity exercise and it made me really think. And I'm gonna, if you guys want to do it, go for it and do it, because it really opened up my eyes. It was, take a piece of paper and fold it in half, right? So you fold it in half. On one
Mhm.
side, what are your roles? What's your identity? Like, so I would say, I'm a Black woman, I'm a Zeta, I'm an author, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. Like, you just list all of the roles that you are. I'm a teacher, I'm a this, I'm that. Then on the other side, what does God see your identity as? And then you look at the list and see, how does that align with what God says your purpose is in his eyes? And how are you living up to the as the woman that you are in the eyes of God, right? So I wrote this list out and I was like, bruh, I was like, I got some work to do. Okay, we all do. But it was very insightful to be able to kind of see what things we've given ourselves that might take us down, and all the multitasking hats that we play versus what our purpose really, really is. So I challenge you, if you're a spiritual person, go ahead and do it. Fold paper in hand. What's your identity and what does God say your identity is? And kind of compare lists and you'll notice that the list that God has for you is way shorter than the one that you write for yourself. And it was very
I
insightful.
agree. I have to agree. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me um, over these last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all don't know, Leslie, you know me. Sometimes I foresee stuff is happening and it happens. I'd be like, yo, I thought,
Mm-hmm.
XYZ. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I sit there and be like, I'm not paying that no mind.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had to sit back one day.
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream. And the dream darn near scared the living patooties out of me. Okay, yeah, I got to work hard. Y'all can say whatever you want. So I had to find out what that meant, you know? And the dream was actually telling me, like, you're stronger than what you are. You know what I mean? You're opening, you don't even realize that you're opening doors,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to appreciate what I have coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be ready for it because
Yes.
there are going to be people trying to tear you down. And it's your response
Mm-hmm.
that will dictate how quick you get to where you need to be. Now,
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Lee, you've known me for many, many years.
Yeah.
You know that if
Yeah.
somebody come at me wrong, I can pop off in a minute.
Yes.
Guess what? I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't do that no more.
Look, I'm telling
I
you,
don't
you
do
gotta
that.
choose.
Let me
You
tell
gotta
you.
choose the battles.
Let me tell
Gotta.
you, I had a situation. I'm not going to go into detail with the situation, but it was a test for me.
Mm-hmm.
I chose to take the high road.
Mm-hmm.
And by taking the high road, it really centered me and made
Mm-hmm.
me really understand, like, yo, you have arrived.
Yeah.
You're not that chick anymore.
That's
You
growth.
don't need to, right. I don't need to, because you do something, I don't need to respond.
Mm-hmm.
You're not physically touching me. I don't need to respond.
And let me tell you, Mo, like, that is something that women need to understand. Not everything needs a response. Your silence is the strongest, most powerful thing that you can ever assert in the world around you. Sometimes, and I'm reserved. I kind of kick that Scorpio in me. I just kind of kick back sometimes, and I just be watching the foolishness. And people say, Lee, you can't let people walk over. I'm like, no, I'm not letting them walk. I just gotta watch. And then, like my mom would say, you got to watch well and pray. Okay, that's what you got to do. So it's
Mhm.
one of those things, like, to be able to sit back, be quiet, don't address it. Because sometimes when we address things, we get that angry woman syndrome, or that angry Black woman, or we bitter, or we hating, or we this. Sometimes sitting back and just saying, oh, all right, girl, go ahead, do you. And just don't even insert yourself. And that alone might be the test for a lot of women out here that are complacent, because we open our mouths too much, and it's putting us in situations what
You
they
know
say,
what?
you're writing a check that your ass can't cash, like that
You know
whole
what?
situation.
I'm good. I'm crazy, right? I'm like a little bit. I think that's why, I still look young at heart. I don't let that stuff falter me. I let brush off, brush off.
Yes, yes.
Because I really believe that once you get to a certain part in your life as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to address that.
No, you really don't. It's gonna
I
fix
don't need to,
itself.
I don't need to be taken out of character for someone else's misfortune or issues. Because guess what? It don't belong to me.
Nope.
It don't belong to me
Nope.
at all.
Not at
I
all.
remember. I remember when I first got on radio. Remember, I used to be shy.
Yeah. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all, Mo. Okay, Mo. I met Mo. Let's give you a history lesson on how these two lovely chocolate ladies came together, and we both from the same state, and we just kind of collided, right? So Mo was on a talk show, radio show with four dudes. Yeah, four
Four
dudes,
dudes. Four dudes.
only female, four
Only
dudes,
female.
right? And I mean, you got fraternity, you got Kappas, and I mean, these men are just burly. I'm the man. I'm this. They all different. They all look different. You got a playboy over here, cool one over here. You know, a lady. Like they just all different. And Mo, they would try to push Mo's buttons, and she would just okay, whatever. Like she would not say. I'm like, and I respected her hustle because but when she spoke, everybody listened. Like it was like, okay, Mo talking, I'm gonna just shut up, I'm gonna just be quiet, but it took you a while to just, y'all not gonna keep talking over me. Yeah, I'm just going, and then she just got quiet and they're like, all right, yo, Mo, you all right? You good? Like, because yeah. And people take quietness as weakness, and it's really not. It's like, you know what? This too much testosterone.
People say it's funny because people say when I get quiet,
mm-hmm.
they know that I'm thinking or something I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
And they said your face kind of tells it all. You just stop. You don't
mm-hmm.
respond. You don't get into a back and forth. You just cut it off. Mm-hmm. I think in that situation, I want to, and I can say thank you to all of them. Those four dudes, thank you. You know why I say thank you? Because it allowed me to cater
mm-hmm.
what I would normally say.
Yeah.
It allowed me to also speak when I'm supposed to speak and say.
Mm-hmm.
But it allowed me still to be a woman on the show with four dudes.
Yeah.
That's why it was a lot going on. I had to go up against that one, go up against that one. Go up against that one, you know what I mean?
And then be a voice for the women at the same time.
Right. So sometimes in that moment when it was just me and I had to struggle and say, yo, this is what women think.
Yeah.
It gave me the ability to say, you know what? I don't need a whole bunch of women to speak what women really want. Mm-hmm. Let me just be confident in what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is what it is. Mm-hmm. So if you don't agree, that's on you. Right. I'm the woman. When you get to have boobies, you know what I mean? We can talk.
We can communicate.
If I don't come after you, I don't have a, wing wing. I don't come after you. And I don't say to you, yo, hey, because I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that experience catapulted me to different things, like the book, producing, a lot of stuff that normally a woman wouldn't do in a man's world, put it that way.
Yes.
It helped me, kind of deal with men in business differently. You know what I mean? Because all those years dealing with them on the radio and in a business sense, in the business that we had all together, it just enlightened me as a person, as a female, to be able, to coexist around them and still be heard.
And still be heard.
Respected.
Yeah.
And still be understood.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Absolutely.
And I just feel like, it's so important that women understand that you actually have everything right here in your hand. You just gotta know how to use it. And it's not use what you got to get what you want. That's not what it's about. It's not what it's
the
about.
diamond era is over. Okay.
It's not about
it's sad that a lot of women still feel that way. Like they have to use their body or their sexual abilities to influence people to get what they want. And it just sends you down a rabbit hole that you can't get out of. And that reputation as a woman is so hard to come back from, because in the world of entertainment, in the world of sports, and in these different genres where it is male dominated, and you make a reputation that is not in an upstanding way, that stuff comes back and people remember everything. And you're starting to give that ammunition to those people that are hating, that feel that you don't deserve it, or and I think that's that. I think that's that stigma where that comes from, where women like tear each other down, like, oh, I know she slept with this one, or I know she was with this one, or I know she was, hey, and it's like, whoa, pause, you don't even know me, but that's not the reputation I'm building. I'm just handling my business. And if men respect me enough to hang out with me, and there's no, and a man will stand up if they know they ain't do nothing with no girl. They, oh, no, no, she cool. Like, that's just, and because a dude will brag on stuff like that, or they just pretend it didn't happen.
I think it's all about, and I hate to say this, I say this all the time, like different areas of the country, how people were raised, different cities, they handle things a little differently. You know what I mean? As opposed to how you grew up and the people you were around, people you hung around. For me, I've always been around guys. You know what I mean? Because for me, it gave me a lot of tutelage, a lot of information. You know what I mean? So I was like always ahead. And I feel like for me, it was like a better relationship. You know what I mean? Because we were just friends, nothing platonic, not like we were just friends, just real cool. Just like you with your girlfriend. You can be like that with a guy, you know what I mean? And then you respect their boundaries, you know what I mean? When they get a girlfriend or whatever, when you get to do whatever, you respect the boundaries. But I will say, like, in today's, how we are seen in today's, just as you say, world of man or Black, lives matter and everything that's going on. I think we as women are standing up more.
Yeah.
I think we are being more, understood, more respected in our craft and our abilities, and being able to, speak without saying that it's something hidden behind it, and it's a true core of your character and what you want to do in your life. Being in the industry and being in the entertainment industry, it's a beast. But
I was just about to go there with you. You didn't open the door. Go ahead, Mom. Go ahead.
It's a beast. It's a beast.
It is. It is. Because I mean, you are engulfed not only in the entertainment world just as a whole, but in Atlanta, which is completely different than any other. Like Atlanta, New York, Philly, LA. It's all different, but there are some similarities in different ways of how women are viewed and expectations. And so, I mean, you being a mom of college adult kids, grown kids now, you don't have no babies no more. And moving to another state to pursue this passion and drive because of the networks that you have, and still hold down a 9 to 5, still be a mama, still, kind of engulf yourself in all of these endeavors. How is it? Is it different in Atlanta being a woman in this field than it is on the East Coast, or do you find it to be similar?
Different.
It's different. Okay.
Like back home, I think we get lost. We would get lost. I wouldn't have. You would get lost because you'll know what's going on, but you can't keep up. You know what I mean? You can't keep up. Especially since this pandemic. So you would be like, I probably have been in New Jersey mortified, like, oh my God, I can't, it's just, oh my God. Yeah. But I think for me, with the people that, I surround myself with, and the foundation, that's what it is, the foundation and the people that you surround, the people that you talk to. I just have to meet, some very, very fortunate, great people, Um, you know me, if you're not great, you just removed out of my space. But I've been fortunate enough to, you know, been able to be introduced to
Mhm.
individuals, network with great
Mhm.
people in Atlanta, um, even in LA, New York, Dallas, whatever.
Mhm.
So being able to provide, coaching services, management, brand management,
Mhm.
anything that's out there, building artists and stuff like that. So, um, and it's been fun. It's
Yeah.
act, it's actually been very fun.
Yeah.
And it's been to the point where people say, would you think you want to do that? But do you like what you do? Whatever. And
Mhm.
sometimes because I've been in radio for so
Yeah.
long, you know, I've hosted red carpets for so long, hosted
Mhm.
events for so long,
Mhm.
um, did the panel speaking, did the
Mhm.
public speaking at
Mhm.
colleges and all that other stuff. Um, and I think sometimes you find your niche of stuff that you really, really, really you're good at that you like to do. You
Yeah.
know, it's crazy because people say, well, I just think you like to tell people what to do. It's not that.
And
I
there's
just,
nothing wrong with that if you do.
I
I
don't,
do think.
I think what it is I like to see, because you know me, I like to see people grow.
Yeah.
Um, and if you are like, if you have a talent or a craft, I don't care what it is. I just like to see people in their best. I
Mhm.
like to see people grow. I like to
Mhm.
put people beyond
Mhm.
what they are initially thinking that this is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Go beyond that. You
Because
can
there's a
do
lot
it.
of delusions. Like people think they should be here and they really should be over here. But sometimes you gotta put people where they're supposed to be, like
But
expose them to the reality.
there's a lot of this too. Like just one person before after,
Yeah.
for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Now, the situations that I'm in now, with various people, artists that I'm working with, I'm able to see that because I got I have the gift of foresight.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't know that. So
Yeah.
I see it coming before it's coming. I don't say it immediately. I just wait
Yeah.
and see how it pans out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Yeah. I kind of
I
saw that
told
coming.
you. I told you. I wanted to warn you, you know?
Yeah.
But so it's been afforded. Like I'm right now in talks with working with a record label,
Okay.
um, doing some stuff for their artists and doing some stuff for the label. Of course, I'm working with some artists right now.
I was gonna
Um,
say, the brand manager in Miss Mo, uh, I've had the liberty of having a few of her brands on my show in the past. But she has currently elevated this brand management to a television level, it seems like, of some sort, or
well,
partner.
no, no, so actually,
Okay, go ahead.
so no, I'm actually a producer.
Okay. So I wasn't. I wanted to just make sure we know because this is a network and it's all black. It's a black network, right? And it's all black TV.
Mhm.
And when I see, because you gotta follow, okay, Monica Mo Elam on the gram. Okay, gotta follow on the gram so you get all the tea, so you can sip on the tea and see the magic that she's doing in this world of awesomeness. So this show that you have, um, is really like it's a closer look on just different artists that we
Yeah,
love.
so it's directed and it was created
Okay.
by Isaac Taylor.
Okay.
So I don't know if most of you know who Isaac Taylor is, but Isaac Taylor used to be on TV1 and Song.
Okay.
So he had this idea, to branch out, and he has a show called The Closer Look. The Closer Look just takes it's for any artist, just takes a deeper dive into how they started new projects, what makes them tick actually. So it creates
Mhm.
it's a small documentary, it's a doc series. So I was fortunate. enough to be on the team. I'm on the team. I
Okay.
produce, one episode. I'm producing some other ones coming in the near future.
Okay.
So, and it's just, bringing the artists, all their accolades to the
Mm-hmm.
forefront,
Mm-hmm.
giving them their platform to talk about it and
Yeah.
let people know their story. And that's
Yeah.
what it is. We started off with Ralph Tresvant. Then we went into Brian McKnight. Oh my God, he was just, Brian McKnight made me cry. I was
Oh,
behind there boohooing. But
his story is really deep, and I don't think people really understand his journey. Like what?
I mean, when, to be there and to witness it and to hear him live, it was almost like, wow. Because you
Yeah.
never know. Like,
Yeah.
these are the things that we're bringing out, emotions and things like that with the artists.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have Brian McKnight, and then after that, we know with Eric Benet.
Ooh, I love me
So
some Eric Benet, y'all. That
yeah,
falsetto that he do, when ooh, child, just he stays
he
on
is,
the playlist.
so, and we have more shows coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm just so proud of the team that works, with Ike.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Everyone sees his vision. Shout out to, like I say, shout out to my boss,
Yes.
Isaac Taylor. Shout
Yes.
out to Isaac Taylor, director, creator, founder, whatever you want to call him. He's a man. Okay, he is a
I know
man.
that's right.
He's somewhere out there, he's a man.
Right.
So, um, it's a great concept. It's a great show. I can't, I'm enjoying, promoting it. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying being a part of it. And we just got more to go. You just got to keep going. So yeah,
Yeah.
dip myself into that. So, little
You
producing.
gotta put your pinky toe in some things and kind of see what flourishes.
I've got, so I've got that going on. Um, don't want my computer to go out. Um, I'm working with some artists, and
Yes, yes. So
so,
speaking of the artist part, right? Everyone gets the illusion or might have the perception that a lot of artists are very difficult to work with, like depending on their needs, what they expect, what they require and where they see them, of course, because it's their brand and that's what they work hard to get to where they are. And some people want to be Beyonce, but they really like not. But how, as a woman, is it to manage artists that has that ego? Like, do you find yourself having more difficult conversations than you do easy conversations?
you know what? I have to say this. So I'll start off because I'm gonna start off with the very first group that I founded and managed, right? Um, it was a lot of different egos, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't because they were difficult to manage. I think it was because each of them were coming off of something in
Okay.
their past from another situation. And I
Okay.
think masking it all together, I think everybody had a different idea of what it
Okay.
should look like for them because
Okay.
where they came from. They were all talented,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I think that they still have the ability to do good work and do. I just think that the whole ego, not the ego. I just think the whole of, let's live in the reality. Let's live what this group is about,
Yeah.
not the you were before or the situation you were before. Let's live in that moment.
Right.
I think that amongst that, and
Mhm.
then being able to take direction from a female and not
Yeah,
a male.
yeah. So I've been a manager in corporate America, and I ran into that, not only being a black girl, a black woman, but also being a woman. Like it's a twofold. Like, do you really know what you're doing? Or that challenge line. And I feel like it's done to everybody, but men have a way that they assert themselves. They kind of flex their man stuff a little bit. Whereas if women do it, it's like a temper tantrum. It could be seen as a temper tantrum or an overly unstable emotional. So it's a different way that women have to manage people. And
Well, I say that the people that the artists that I'm dealing with now,
mhm.
different.
Okay.
They're not hard.
Okay.
They're actually very, very easy to deal with.
Okay.
Very, very receptive.
Mhm.
Very motivated
Okay.
in passion. Very motivated in getting out there and grinding and
Mhm.
uh, being successful, like they are.
Mhm.
Um, and that is different. You don't see that very much.
Mhm.
Um, it's a brotherhood. Put it that way. It's a
Yeah.
brotherhood. You
Yeah.
don't see that very often. I think that at the end of the day, being able to be around artists that are it's like a brotherhood that genuinely care for each other. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And willing to see each other succeed no matter what.
Mhm.
Willing to put the moving parts together
Mhm.
um, to succeed is
Mhm.
different. So
Mhm.
um, I am
You're in a
like,
good
okay,
place.
I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, you know, and, because I work individually with an artist too as well, and he's
Yeah.
very, hungry,
Yeah.
to get out there. Matter of fact, his singles dropping, so I want to make sure. I mean, his music will be dropping
Go for
in
it.
March, April. So pick up Little G. Yes, Little
Yes.
G. Follow on the Gary Little G
From
on
Silk,
Instagram.
y'all, if y'all ain't know Silk, the Silk,
And follow Silk too because they got new music coming out too.
Yes.
Mocha Steph got a book coming out, so they got some stuff. I'm just gonna shout out all of them. You
Shout
know
them
what I
out,
mean?
girl. Shout them out, y'all.
Um, they all got good work going. Like Silk, you can follow Silk at the group Silk on all platforms.
Mhm.
Gary Lil G on Instagram and Gary Lil G Jenkins on Facebook, and he has music coming out. He just had a listening party
Yes.
um,
I
the
was
other day.
tuned in. I was listening,
Yeah,
honey. I was
the
like,
listening party
"Ooh,
got
okay."
fired. So there's a listening party coming in. So
Yeah.
like I said, all of them are phenomenal, phenomenal people. They are
Mhm.
phenomenal dudes. Put it that way. They're
Yeah.
phenomenal dudes. They
And
got
they've been
great
in the game a long time.
very long time. They've been in the
Yeah.
game for a long time, and they are phenomenal
Mhm.
individuals. Um, they like my little bros. I love them to death. But
Yes.
um, but really, really, really good. So all of them are, in their grinding. New music is, coming soon. So people,
Yeah.
sit up and watch for that. Hey, I'm
Yes.
like, just be on the lookout. Some good
Yeah.
stuff is coming. Yep.
Yes.
Um, some, you
So
know,
so for Mo, right? Because you take care of a lot of people. You got your hand in a lot of pots. And as women, we do that. We had our hand in different pots and we stir the pot, we put seasoning in the pot, we taste the pot, we move, we do a lot. So how is Mo helping Mo's self-care? How are you keeping your mental health together? How are you staying focused but still calm? Because sometimes and I like to bring this up when talking about women because mental health is a real thing. And sometimes the pressure of being a woman and then all the hats that we might wear, it's sometimes we put ourselves last, and you have a lot of different projects. How does Mo take care of Mo? Or do you take care of Mo? I mean, because that's an honest either way, because.
it's funny that you say that because now that you're bringing it to the forefront and you
Mm-hmm,
actually hear it,
mm-hmm,
I think my energy and my levels
mm-hmm.
feed off of other people's happiness,
Okay,
being able to make other people happy.
okay.
Um, I think I do take me time because the older I get, I do need my me time. I'll become a Grinch, Grinch urban. But I think every day for me,
Mm-hmm.
I get up and I meditate
Yeah,
every single day. I meditate because that takes me to a place where I'm just preparing myself for whatever is going to happen that day, and I'm taking myself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then if I ever feel like I'm overwhelmed with something,
Mm-hmm.
I just meditate. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always moving. I'm always doing something. I'm always moving. I have a grandbaby now, so um, I'm
Yes.
trying to, you know, center myself as okay. I got a grandbaby. You know,
Yeah.
haven't seen him yet because my son is giving me this whole COVID thing, and you know he's like yeah.
And
So
you don't look like you have a grandbaby because if y'all like, wait a minute, grandbaby, she about what, 25, 30? She young, y'all. She young. Okay. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
so
ahead.
I just like it just like stuff like that motivates me and keeps me
Mm-hmm.
going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when I don't think because you even know this, Miss Lee. You know how I never like sleep.
Yeah, you don't.
You know, so now I try to get me some rest.
Yeah. That's really important, ladies. We
I
guys quit.
try, no, I try my darndest. At least I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be honest, at least 3 times a week. At
Mm-hmm.
least 3 times a week. I really try to shut it down at
Yeah.
like 9:30. Like I really
Mm-hmm.
consciously just turn off the everything and be in the black
Yeah.
so I can just rest. Because if I don't, you know
Mm-hmm.
me, I'll be up
Coming up with
writing
the next project.
and oh, I got a great idea. And you know,
Yeah.
and it keeps going. It just keeps going. So I consciously try to at least 3 days a week do that. Like
Mm.
I consciously do that. But for me, I mean, I'm living I just think life is should be fun.
Yeah.
Life should be exciting. Um, I think that this time of my life, I'm enjoying it. I'm in a great space.
Yeah.
Uh, I put myself in that space because you know my backstory. You know,
I
um,
do.
so I put myself in a great space. Um, I also feel like even on a situation where people always say, you know, and I know you probably gonna ask me. I don't know if I'm gonna answer.
What? I mean, I'm listening. What else?
I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to make myself happy. You know what I mean? Like, gotta sister gotta be happy too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody gotta be happy. But I think like this point in time in my life, I just choose happy, no
And that
matter.
is a conscious, intentional choice. And
Mhm.
choosing to be happy, choosing to find joy. And I know, I don't know if I've shared this with my listeners in the past, but when I was in my dark place, Kirk Franklin's "Smile" was a song that touched my spirit, and even now when I hear "Smile," I cry, and it. I realized that what he said in the song, you could be anybody could be happy, but joy can't no one take that from you.
Mhm.
And there's a difference between joy and happiness. And not only do I look for happiness as a woman, because we have a lot like everybody knows my journey of losing my mom, and I'm still adjusting to what happiness looks like. What does joy look like? What does life look like? All of these elements, and how do I keep going forward? And how do I unplug? Right? Because we gotta unplug and just have moments of
Oh, you using my term, unplug.
girl.
Okay.
Okay, like you gotta find those unplugged moments, and it's even more prevalent now as an educator. Uh, I'm teaching students that are connected to their computers and their Xboxes and like everything all the time. And being able to unplug and kind of sit in the moment and figure out outside of technology what really gives you joy, what really gives you happiness, what gives you purpose and self-worth. Is it someone else in your life? Is it a friend? Is it a relationship? Is it sisters, brothers? Like, what is it? And you have to like hold on to it and protect it, because that could be the outlet to kind of help you bridge that creative gap. Because you know what, this support system that I have encourages me in a way that I can't do for myself, whatever that looks like. And it's hard to find people that's in your circle, either inner, outer, around circle, that actually understands that inner working of each of us, and to be able to encourage that joy and hold you accountable to be joyful. Like, we hold other people accountable, and my friends were like, Lee, you dope though. I'm like, really though? Like, you just shut up, you dope. And I'm like, okay, if you say, and then that's just an extra boost of like, I know I can keep moving. I know. And as women, as mothers, as daughters, as sisters, as managers, as whatever our roles are, having people around us to be able to point out that accountability of making yourself happy, making sure you turn off your phone, making sure you're not on TikTok at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, wait, go ahead.
That's one thing I don't do.
Okay, go ahead.
I try. I'm not on social media all the time because I do that too, but I have to tap out of that because that can absorb you. But
Yeah.
I don't. You said before though. I do. I never do that. I never
No,
do that.
you don't.
Never do. It's like I gotta learn how to not answer. I always answer.
Yeah.
I gotta learn how to not answer.
Well, just prioritize your answering. That's all. Maybe. For 2022, maybe 2023.
I'm supposed to prioritize my answer. How does that even happen?
Right. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's for creatives. It's hard for that. I'm going to just speak for the creatives. Okay, those that
you can't. Like, it's always something happening. You gotta. That's how we thrive off of creative ideas. You know what I mean?
Do.
Like,
we do.
You can't be in a bubble and not answer your phone, and you can't be in a bubble.
That's true.
And not, because what happens is someone calls you and maybe they need some type of counseling or they need a question answer. They need your advice, this, that, another, and it keeps you going. It keeps your mind going for the next thing. Like it does. It keeps your mind going for the next thing. So how do you turn it off? How do you? I can't.
I'm working on it. I've gotten better.
I'll tell other people to turn your phone off. Yo, you need to really don't answer that.
Right.
Really don't answer that.
Yeah. And that's the boss in you. You can tell people to cut your phone off. Okay. But as the boss, I'm not,
I'll say, we sit here and talk, you really need to like turn your phone off. Like, I'm having a conversation. Like, where do we do that at? Like, can you turn your phone off?
Right. It's true. It's a process, y'all. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, we working on it. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I kind of turn my phone off sometimes. Maybe sometimes. It's special. It's special. I got one more question for you, Mo. No, I got two questions. I don't know if I asked this already. I don't think I have. Do you find it difficult managing men versus women? Or is one easier than the other? That was one of the poll questions on the Miss Lee Experience group. Is it easier managing men over women, or is it easier having a man as your boss or a woman as your boss? Like, is there a difference, or is there a preference?
It's crazy because I think it's easier managing men than it is women. I think it's easier to have a male boss than a female boss.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think through my lifetime, I probably had one cool female boss. Other than that, everybody else has been a wreck.
Yes. I agree with that. I managed a store, a Verizon wireless store, and it was only 3 women in the store out of 20 men, like 20 of us total. The rest were men. And it was the easiest cakewalk of a management experience that I ever had. And it was like, as long as I had Gatorade in the fridge, an iron in the back, because boys don't.
Are we barbershop now? Gatorade.
Look,
apple
let me
juice.
tell you, boys. When you managing boys, they don't iron their clothes good. They just come to work. They just, the bachelor syndrome. They just. So it was just those things I knew.
Oh, Miss Lee.
What happened? Whereas women, it was different. It was different. Even having a woman boss, I got judged so much on my perception to people than ever. Like I think I had a woman boss who inadvertently, subtly would always make me feel, try to make me feel that I wasn't good enough to be in the role that I was.
I mean, that goes along with the territory. But I have a question, Miss Lee.
Okay, go ahead. What's the question? I'm listening.
So, Miss Lee,
Yes. Yeah, I know I used to be on this side. Go ahead. What's the question?
have we found love yet?
Have I what?
Have we found love yet?
Have I found love yet? That's an interesting question. So I don't think so.
Yeah, I have to always ask you that.
You do, you do. I have not found love. However, I have in this journey of life after mom in the flesh. It was a struggle. I did not want to date at all. I was like, my mom ain't gonna be here for the wedding. She's not gonna be here for the experience. She's not gonna. And I just kind of like, I don't want to do this. And you play back the messages and conversations I had with my mom about if I leave this earth, I don't want you to be alone because she experienced losing my grandma 5 years ago and she was by herself. And she said, I don't want you to feel how I felt if something happened to me. And at that time, over these past 2 years, I was like, Mom, I'm good. I'm chilling. You ain't going nowhere. And then when it actually happened, I was like, what's the purpose? Like I don't, and I feel like part of me felt like I did her a disservice because she didn't get to see me in that happy space like she saw my sister. So I had to, with therapy and cries, I had to get over that hurdle. And I'm still working through it. So I say all of that to say I am communicating with the gentleman. And it's refreshing. He Googled me, which I never had a dude that I've ever dated Google me. And I was like, you really Google me, bro? Like, he was like, yo, you a celebrity. I was like, really though? Like, I was flattered, but it was cute. So we actually have, and this is a Miss Lee exclusive. Thanks, Mo. We have our first date on Saturday.
Oh God, we have to come back and talk about it and have some
Yeah,
wine.
and one of my shows a couple weeks ago was dating during COVID, and I had a wonderful guest, and we talked about the differences of dating now in a COVID world than it was before, and what does it look like, and how can you be safe and still create a connection with someone when you have to be distanced apart, and how does that work if you're starting out dating in COVID? So yeah, it's like refreshing. And while we were on the show, he did just text me or whatever. So, but it's yeah, he's very consistent. But I was very flattered that he Googled me. I never had a dude that I've ever talked to that actually put my name in Google and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back and listen to all your shows." Wait, what? Like that? I think I alone was just my heart fluttered just a little bit because a lot of men that I've encountered in the past, I don't want to say all men, I find it now it's a turnoff when I meet a man who is not interested in what I'm passionate about, or who doesn't take an interest, because that this is a part of me. The fact that I do, Miss Lee's my alter ego, and I write and I have a creative mind, and there's other things I want to do. If I meet someone who does not cannot understand it or even support it, I can't really talk to you because you're never going to understand. And as a woman in this industry, a lot of men don't want their woman in the forefront or they get insecure. Like it's a lot that goes with that. So yeah, so I have a date. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm actually excited because I have not had a man actually ask me out and say, "Would you like me to pick you up?" I was like, "Bro, for real?" Like, yes,
Congrats.
we gonna we gonna see. I know. I mean, we're gonna see. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna see. I don't know. I'm trying not to blush. We hold it together. Okay. Well, Miss Mo, are you dating? You have so many hats. How do you balance the love hat and the relationship hat or the dating hat or the talking? Like, how does that work in Atlanta? Because people feel that Atlanta is full of men who don't like women all the way. Okay, I'm just going to drink my water.
So you want me to do what? You said my what?
Um, are you entertaining the company of a gentleman in this present space of your boss lady vibe life in 2021?
Um, there is someone,
There's
that's
someone. See, us ladies, we women can hold heads and balance you crazy men too. Okay?
I would think, for me, you know how I am. I think my life is very personal,
Yeah.
uh, very personal,
Yeah.
and but yeah, life is good. Life
Life
is
is
good.
good. We
Life
need
is
life to be good, y'all. We
life
do.
is
It's been rough for a lot of people.
good.
2020 has been rough. It opened up a lot of eyes. I think we really sat back and realized life is really not promised. Days
No,
aren't
it's
promised.
not. And I want you to, I want, because we have some of the similarities as far as like our moms. So I just want you to know, we would never, you're not going to, it's never going to be easy,
Yeah.
but it gets easier every day. You
Yeah.
know, my mom passed in '08,
Mm,
so I still cry today like it was yesterday. I can still
yeah.
remember her taking her last breath. I can still remember when she took that last breath, I was by myself. Like I felt like I was alone. Like, oh my God, even though I had kids and at
Yeah.
that point married, and it just felt like, I was by myself.
Yeah.
Um, and I do say, it gets easier because yours it's still a fresh wound. You know what I mean?
Girl.
But what I
Like I
will
just
say,
want to pick up the phone, especially doing the show. Like if ladies, if y'all did not know, Miss Denise Sneed was the biggest supporter, promoter. Like I feel like I had her on payroll. She would give my business cards out, flyers out to random people during the stilettos and convos, Miss Lee experience, like throughout the whole process. She would be like, all right, I got my snacks, I got my iPad charged, I'm tuned in. And she's bugging out with my co-host, and then she's texting me throughout the show. And she was like, so when like up until her transitioning, what's going on with the show? And she would tell me I'm going back and I'm listening to the old shows because you guys had some good topics, and she mentioned you. She mentioned a lot of the people that were a part of my journey, and that's still a part of my journey. And so being able, like the first show I aired, when I came back, I cried like for 3 hours before I even went on the air, and I was like, all right, I guess I got it out, and then I cried again after.
here's the thing. That's a normal reaction.
Yeah,
Don't
I was
hold
like,
it in. Don't hold it in. You let it out. But you know
yeah,
what? At the end of the day, she's watching. I
yeah,
mean, she's proud of you. What's going to happen with Miss Lee experience is going to happen with Miss Lee experience. It's not
yeah,
going to change anything.
yeah,
You just have to, when people say, "Oh, girl," it's gonna, it's different when you lose your mom. It's not like losing, your dad, your aunt, uncle. It's a different feeling. Like it feels like a breath actually left your body. Like I've never
mm,
experienced anything like that. It feels
yeah.
like someone just vacated out of my body.
It,
Like someone took an organ out. You know what I mean? Like it felt
yeah,
like the organ was released. Like someone came in and yanked
yeah,
something out of my. So
yeah,
I just want you to know, like I text you and I know it
mm,
wasn't time to talk, but I'm there for you.
yeah.
You
I
know,
appreciate it.
um, to talk. I don't care if it's 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. My
I
phone is
know.
always up. I always. Yeah. But I want you to keep moving.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Keep going as if you know that I'm doing this because I'm doing it for you.
yeah,
You know, I'm doing what you love to see me do.
yeah,
And live in that moment, live in that space.
yeah,
Don't, let unfortunate situations stop you. That's your mom. If you need to pull over the side of the road, cry, cry.
girl.
No one's going to tell you not to cry.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
real.
I have moments right now, right this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um, I used to have her singing happy birthday, 'cause, my mom was a gospel singer, on my phone. And for some reason, when I got a new phone, that crap disappeared. I almost lost my entire mind. And I had
Look,
it there for the next like 5, 10 years. But I think that, you know, every tomorrow's not promised to anybody. But at the end of the
mhm,
day, it's how you live on earth and the things that you do. And you appreciate all the things, the great things, not the bad things, the great
great
things
things. Yeah.
that you've done and the things that she would want to see you do.
Yeah.
And you will persevere and you will just keep moving.
Yeah. It's I appreciate that. It's a journey and we all will go through it at different phases of our lives. And
Mhm.
again, like this is something you don't prepare for. And it's important to have people around you, women around you that understands what it feels like, but
Mhm.
or who don't know what it feels like. And they're like, Lee, just take your space. You ain't gotta call me back. Here's a text. I love you. And I feel so I have one soror specifically. Every time she hits me up, I'm in a space of crying and I just can't talk to her. And then I text, I was like, yo, I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you, but your timing is the worst. And I'm like, I want to talk to you. I do. You just call me at those times and maybe I should pick up the phone, but I just don't have it together to even pick. Like I get in my zone, and that Scorpio in me, I just be like, nope, leave me alone. I'm in a bubble. Let me just chill and let me roll. But I'm definitely blessed to have people who allow me to enjoy or live in that moment that I'm in, but still encourage the creative side of what I want to do, and that hold me accountable of me one day making a screenplay for a movie and putting my book to the big screen and bringing opportunities for other people. Like those are still on my vision board, on my post-its that's in front of me, and it's important to if those of you that are listening to get anything from this conversation, because it's not an interview, it's a conversation. Y'all know how I do, okay? It's about the conversation. Um, have a group of women around you that support, encourage, motivate, uplift, and hold you accountable for the moves you want to make. Because it's
Yeah.
one thing to support. Nobody wants to have yes people around them. You need someone to hold you accountable and tell you that this doesn't make sense and I need you to check yourself, because we sometimes can be oblivious to what reality is at different phases of our lives. So, in the spirit of womanhood, get some good women around you, okay? You
Get
know,
them around, get them around you, keep them around you,
yeah,
and manifest joy. That's all you can do. Manifest joy.
yes,
Manifest joy.
manifestation. Hashtag it. Let's go. Manifest love and wealth and a lot of good sex. And
Ooh,
I mean, all of that. I mean, they say sex releases stress, okay? And maybe people need to do that safely with someone that they love, and then you can be real creative because you just got all your energy out and you can just
celibate.
that's why y'all need to tune in to Miss Lee After Dark. Because I'm going there with
Celibate.
it.
Remember that? Remember I said celibate. I'm celibate. Remember
Yeah,
that?
she with celibate. We all went through the phase of celibacy at one point in
I think I
time.
had the longest though.
Did you? I mean, I was going on like 8 years ish. Okay.
No, I was close.
Like
I was
I
close.
think 7, 8. And that's another thing as women. Okay, ladies, let's talk about being a boss. Okay, you got to be a boss over your stuff, your area, your lady parts.
You
Okay,
know what? This is what I gotta say about that. Let me talk about this real
go
quick.
ahead. Just you got to be a boss over the lady
I'll
parts.
never be celibate again. It was like a born new virgin baby. I know, Lord have mercy, Jesus, thank you, Lord. Forgive me. What in the hell? What the Sam sausage was going on with me?
Oh gosh, look, gotta be a boss of it. You gotta sometimes you gotta take a moment, just get the soul ties out, just take a pause.
Well, yeah, you got it. But I called it preparing yourself for your next
Yes,
situation. You
Yes.
don't have to be, promiscuous and all that good stuff. Just prepare
Mhm.
yourself for the next situation.
Yes. We all don't need hot girl summers and all of that stuff. Sometimes you just need a cool down fall.
Man,
Okay.
I wish I could. Yeah, that's what you mean. I'm just joking.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Mo. Okay, wait. So what's next? Like what do you have going on that people should be connected to that you can say? Because I know
Um,
there's a lot of things in the works. But like what can people know like about what to expect when they follow Mo on the gram? Like what can they
well, right now, I mean, I'm just, promoting my artists, promoting the show. Um, the AABC awards are coming up again.
I need to
Um,
get to Atlanta
I
for
will.
that. I need to get my
So I
life
am
together.
doing I am doing a red carpet event
Okay.
for um, a movie premiere, and
Okay.
it's gonna be, um, but for me myself, I haven't really sat down like I used to and come
Mhm.
up with campaigns and stuff like that. I think right now for me, I'm more just helping. You know what I mean? I'm in that space of, developing
Mhm.
people. You
Mhm.
know, so Secret Sundays 2 was supposed to come out. It still can, but I just got to do some finishing touches to that.
Okay.
Um, I am probably going to put Secret Sundays 1 in a short film. So I'm talking in reference to that because we talked about that many times.
Mhm.
So I'm looking into some avenues to probably make it a short film.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my daughter star in it because she's into acting. I got a whole
Mhm.
family of act. I have a director, producer. They're in LA, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of good grounded stuff. And I got Ike. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of potential there where I can kind of marinate, people
Mhm.
together, so forth. So um, just being me, just doing me,
Yes.
and being excited about doing me. You
That's what it
know,
is.
uh, I will say for all of the women, support is very important.
Mhm.
Even that one little like that one little support can change somebody's altitude today.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
um,
Hashtag.
I feel like now is the time to, while we're in this currency, and I'll
Mhm.
call it a currency, that we as women, we stand together and we
Yeah.
support each other. I mean, I may not agree with what everyone's doing, but I'm going to support you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If I feel like you're in my circle, I'm going to support you as much as I
Yeah.
can. Um, there's a lot of women that say they're going to support you and they don't.
They don't. Mm-mm.
Don't let that bother you or just deter you from not following your dreams or whatever. Because at the end of the day, you got to look at it like this. You
Yeah.
know, when you talk about who's cutting your check and how you're getting your money, if
Mhm.
that person is not going to be a part of the solution, don't make
Mhm.
them a part of the problem either. You know,
Exactly.
just
Say
don't
that.
do it. You know what
Say
I mean?
that. Yep.
Make them part of the problem.
Make them part.
You know,
Yep.
just know that what's for you is for you. It's going to
Mhm.
always be you. Um, like I said in the beginning, your dreams are your dreams,
Mhm.
and it's your goal. So no one has to buy into your thought process. You just have to believe more in yourself, believe
Yeah.
more in order for it to catapult. That's all. That's all you need to
Yeah.
do. And
Say.
and and chase
Mhm.
that mother down like you chasing a bad habit.
Yes. I Mo, I think that's it. I think those are Jerry's final thoughts.
Those my final thoughts. That's my final thoughts.
Look, you even brought my little Sky upstairs. She came upstairs. She was like, "Oh, she meow." Right?
Yeah,
She's
that's
in it.
my, I, mean, I just
Yeah.
try to keep it. I just try to keep it very real these days, and
Yeah.
to the point where Um, I'd rather be real with you and tell
Yeah,
you exactly the truth instead of what you want to hear. A
absolutely.
lot of people fall into what they want to hear. I'm not going to
Right.
tell you. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Look,
Now, if you don't respect me, I'm not telling you the truth. Then that's what you got to deal with.
that's
But
what
I'm gonna
you
go to
got to
sleep.
do.
I'm gonna go to sleep at night. I'm gonna be like, I
Good.
told you, no, I'm not. You know, and it's not
Yeah.
being. This is living in your reality and living in your truth. And once we
Yeah.
decide to do that,
Yeah.
we can all come together and stand together. You know.
Yeah.
But I will say for every woman, every woman, every woman, every woman, every woman, I can't say it even more. Believe more in yourself than someone else believes in you. It's the only way you're gonna succeed.
Absolutely. And yeah, yeah, like just even though it might be hard to move forward, keep moving somewhere. Just don't, and it's hard to not stay still, but still make a step. And your step can be big, little, it could be a crawl, it could be a roll over. It just make a
Make
movement.
it mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's okay. And don't compare your steps to somebody else's because their journey is theirs and yours is yours. And I've
If
learned,
I'm in the middle, that's
yeah,
okay too. But my
exactly.
journey is not your journey. My journey is not somebody else's journey. We're all
Nope,
different, different thought processes. So what
completely
I
different.
could have is my journey. I'm going. I'm going to
Yep.
rock my journey out.
Absolutely. And as you see people make their journeys, sending them words of encouragement, I think as women of color, that's something that we need to do more of. Like, yo, I see you, like, good, like just a level of a emoji, a meme, just something that says, hey, because at the end of the day, no matter if you're in entertainment, education, politics, first responder, if you just serving chicken at KFC, whatever it is you're doing, someone's watching, and that level of hey, you got this, you could do it, thank you,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Like as women of color, I feel that we need to do that more. And I might not do it as much as I want to, but my heart says I do it a lot. And it's hard sometimes because we get wrapped in our own little bubbles and that we don't think outside of that. Like, oh, I meant to call her, I meant to text her, or whatever. But when people know your genuine intentions, and they understand life is life, okay? We not in high school when we ain't had no responsibilities, and I could just be on the phone all day talking. But it's one of those things where you like, I respect the grind and I want the best for everybody. And I think as women we need to ensure that we empower each other in that way, and be happy and genuinely happy. And if you're in the world of entertainment specifically, this is one thing I had to teach myself. Your family may not be your supporters, but your gift is for everyone else. And the audience is bigger than the people that run through your DNA. And sometimes people are people. And I had to learn in my journey of this that I know my family might not support me, but I got a million people around the globe that is or will or have been exposed to me in a different way, and how did I impact them and change them. And the things that we do in our purpose is not for the people around, it's for everyone else that we don't know. The message is like when we look, and I don't want to get too biblical, but Jesus and them disciples, okay, they had all different backgrounds and situations,
As they
okay.
say, preach.
And when he spoke to the multitudes and the milliontudes and all of the tudes, these were people. I did. It wasn't just for him, it was for everybody. And that's what we have to think about as Black people and women. Forget your circle sometimes. Forget the people. They might support you, but your thing may not be their cup of tea. But give them encouragement to let them know, hey, I might not rock with you like this because I don't, that your form of entertainment ain't for me. But guess what? I do support you and I will share and I will do those things. And I think those actions and those words mean way more to anybody, and that level, it's like gasoline in the car. You can ride with it, and then you get fueled up again. And I think that's really, really important. And I had to teach myself that. Like I used to get so mad when my family and friends wouldn't listen to me. I'm like, you know what? I got somebody that's called into my show from Australia and said, hey, what you're talking about domestic violence saved my life. that meant more to me than my cousins. You know, like those are those entities that you got
Right.
to really think about. So yeah, man. Oh, Mo, I love you, girl.
Love you
Especially
too.
for diving into my love life, child, on the Miss Lee Experience, child. You
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's it's a Miss Lee experience. I wanted to see if Miss Lee was having an experience.
look. I need to get some. I'm gonna have an experience of some sort on Saturday. Maybe I'll post my experience situation. No, I'm not gonna post it. I'm private. You ain't gonna know about that till later. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I need a phone call.
I got you, girl.
I need a phone call.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a good thing as being a woman, feeling like a woman, getting cute and dolled up, and I'm excited to get cute and dolled up and throw on the makeup and get it just.
I need a phone call.
I got you, girl. I'm gonna call you. I'll let y'all know. I'll let Mo know. The rest of y'all, I ain't gonna let y'all know too much.
I'll just put thumbs up if.
Oh gosh, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Miss tuning in, watching, experiencing this experience with Monica Mo Elam. Follow her on the
Thank you
gram.
for having me, my love. Thank you for
Of
having
course,
me.
of
You know,
course.
I got you. I got you.
Yes. Follow Silk, okay? Follow G, follow Mocha Steph, follow All Black, okay? Go subscribe to the All Black TV
A
channel
closer
on
look.
whatever your
I
streaming
follow,
platform.
follow Ike Taylor,
Yes,
black, all black, a closer look. Docu series, that's what it's called.
yes.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's
follow
all
the artists
about
and the
follow.
people who are highlighted. So like follow Rob Tresvant, follow Brian McKnight, follow Eric Benet, like follow the people that they're highlighting, and their story. All that we do is a testimony, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So follow them, follow us. We just love it, man. I'm Miss
Follow.
Lee. That's Mo.
Just follow. Guess what? And they'll follow back.
Yeah, well, they will follow you back. Get it together. As I got my African earrings on, y'all, I gotta.
Oh, they cute, girl. They
You know
cute.
what I'm saying? I'm a little African inspired earrings. All right, guys. Much love, blessings, peace. Again, y'all know how I do. I don't know when I'm airing again. Just follow the Facebook page, and that's just what I do. It's the spirit. It's an experience, and the experiences hit you. So just stay connected. Miss Lee After Dark, YouTube. Subscribe to the channel.
I'll be there.
Much love and blessings, ladies and gentlemen. Catch y'all next time.
Peace.